file combien pour faire ça?
Je sais pas. 500, 1000. Ça dépend si je gagne.
Tu ferais ça pour 500 €?
Bah ouais.
Tu te fais défoncer la gueule, mettre des coups sur la gueule comme ça, risquer ta santé pour 500 balles.
Risquer ma santé, ça va, t'excites pas.
Je te les file, moi, les 500 balles. T'annules, je te les file. Demain.
Bah, si t'en as trop, tu me les files, mais j'ai dit que je le faisais, donc je le fais.
Si c'est pas pour le pognon, pourquoi tu le fais?
Je t'ai jamais dit que c'était pas pour le pognon.
Bah, pourquoi tu le fais?
Tu fais chier, là, oh. Je fais pourquoi? Je le fais pour me battre, pour le fun. C'est comme toi, sur tes poissons, tu fais c'est pourquoi? Tu fais c'est pour le fun. Ah bah, pour le pognon et pour le fun.
Bah ouais, t'as vu comment ça s'est terminé?
Oh là là, arrête ton chat, hein.
Hi everybody, I'm Peter Travers. This is Popcorn, where we tell you what's happening at the movies. And there's an exceptional movie out right now called Rust and Bone, starring Marion Cotillard, who I very shrewdly have invited to be on this show today.
Hello.
Marion, welcome, bonjour.
Thank you.
That's my
wow.
French, that's the extent
Yeah?
of my French.
Bonjour.
I can do this too, I can do...
That's French?
That's French. That's my French.
Okay.
You weren't convinced? It was a sound of happiness.
Oh, French are happy? Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
But
And
like, happy like that?
you don't do it as well as I do. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I can
I'm
do.
sorry.
We'll test that again when we're done. Anyway, as you see, we have a Rust and Bone poster right behind
Yeah,
your
I
head.
saw.
So that's the thing, and that means it's up to you to start us off by saying, who is this Stephanie that you're playing in Rust and Bone? Who is this woman?
Well, she's very mysterious. And
You play a lot of mysterious women.
I like mystery because, you know, it's very rich of a lot of things that's going to be revealed or not. But yeah, she's a very mysterious person, and she's struggling. She's struggling with her life. She's struggling with who she is. She's struggling with, with everything. And she's kind of...
Sounds like all of us in a way. Aren't we all struggling?
Yeah, she's pretty normal.
But she's working with the orcas.
She's working with the orcas. She's kind of a violent person who tries to feel that she's alive, but she doesn't see any reason, really. And then she's gonna have an accident, and she's gonna hit the bottom of her existence in a way. And I guess when you hit this bottom, you have two options: give up, or face what's left. That means yourself. And I guess she has enough trust in life, even though she doesn't know she has that trust, to open the doors to what is to face when there's nothing left. And I think that when you open that door, then you can let the love in. And so love happens in her life.
It's a relationship that isn't founded just on sex. There's a support thing happening.
Yeah,
there.
totally.
Yeah.
I guess she's not very aware of what she does when she calls this boy, but there is something that is stronger than her brain, I would say. It came from deeper. And he's this very genuine person who looks at her as a human being. And like for the first time of her life, someone looks at her like, just a human being.
When you get a script for something like this, and you're talking to Jacques Audiard, who is doing this, does he enter into the process first of, I want you to get to work around these whales, I want you to understand this? Does he start with the technical part first?
Of course, I had technical things to learn, like how to make an orca jump upside down.
How do you do that, Marion?
You give them fish.
You give them fish. Now, I would have thought it would be something way more complicated than giving them fish.
Well, I don't know. They told me that I had
Give them fish and they jump upside down.
Yeah, kind of. Well, you have to
Maybe
have
it was
the right gesture.
They knew you won an Oscar, you know?
Oh my God.
So the fish coming from you means something.
I don't think so. No. Well, anyway, there was technical part. But then we started to look for her, to try to understand who she was.
Well, also, it's also with the legs. They're not there. They're digitally removed from here down. How do you act that? Are you just covered in something?
That's what we do,
That's
actors.
what we do, yeah.
Yeah, you pretend that something that is not actually real is actually real. Then if you believe it enough, you're going to make you're going to make people believe that it's actually true.
Do you take a role home with you? Is it something where during the weeks that you're playing Stephanie in this, that's who you are when you go home?
When I did La Vie en Rose, I totally took her back with me, and she stayed with me for like months, which was kind of crazy. But now I know that the deepest I will go, I need to know how to get out.
It sounds like it was a hard thing to do, a very difficult thing for you to say goodbye to Pia.
Oh, La Vie en Rose was really hard, yeah. And I was ashamed. I was ashamed because I always thought acting is just like, you do what you have to do and then you go back home and you go back to yourself. It should be easy. And when I would hear someone saying, oh my God, it was so difficult to get out of the role, I have to say, I was like, this is crazy, this is weird. And it happened to me. So,
well, how did you manage to say goodbye?
I had a hard time leaving her because her biggest fear as a woman was to be alone, to be left alone. But then when I realized that that was the reason, I told myself, well, first of all, you're totally crazy because she's been dead for like 40 years. But that was the reason. That's crazy, that's weird, right? But that was the reason. I didn't want to leave her alone. Oh my God.
But when you do something like La Vie en Rose, it's here in America, you've already made movies in France, they know who you are. Here, for a lot of people, you're just this new creature. You're somebody nobody has seen before. And suddenly you're Edith Piaf. And you're speaking your native language. We're watching it that way. We're experiencing this whole thing with you, and you're finding your own way to say goodbye. And then you win an Academy Award for this performance. The first, by the way, that any actress has won an Oscar for speaking in French. That's it. Do you remember what happened that night that you won the Academy Award? What were you thinking when your name got called?
Well, I thought about the director, Olivier Dahan, and I thought about her, and I thought about, oh my God, I haven't prepared anything. I have 45 seconds to say something.
You weren't thinking of anything. You just thought,
no. I didn't want to. I didn't want to prepare anything because you never know what's going to happen, and I really didn't expect to win this Oscar. So I thought, well, if I'm going to be ridiculous, I'm going to be ridiculous on stage and not in my bathroom. I'm going to keep that for this moment, but no, I didn't feel to. The people I work with, they went crazy. They were like, prepare something, the small thing.
Just give us a little something.
But I couldn't do it. I wanted to live the present time, and imagining winning something was not present. It was future, and I didn't want to be in the future. I want to be in the present.
Well, you have a baby now, so maybe it's something you sing to a baby.
You want me to sing?
Just the tiniest little bit of something. And you're fearless.
What?
You're fearless.
I'm not.
You are.
I sing Elvis to my son.
That'd be perfect.